Florida HOA fees have skyrocketed 17.2% in just 1 year, with some condo owners now paying over $1,000 a month. But here's what the HOA industry doesn't want you to know. New legislation is about to change everything for Florida's 3.9 million HOA homeowners. According to the most recent comprehensive analysis by Redfin, HOA fees in Tampa jumped 17.2% year over year, reaching a median of $614 a month, the steepest increase among 43 U.S. metro areas analyzed. Orlando and Fort Lauderdale followed closely with increases of 16.7% and 16.2% respectively. If you're a home buyer or investor looking at Florida, you need to understand what's happening right now in the HOA market. The numbers are absolutely staggering. Florida operates 50,100 HOAs serving 3.9 million homes, which means 64% of owned homes in the state belong to an HOA. That's nearly 2/3 of all homeowners dealing with these associations. Average HOA fees typically range from $100 to $350 for basic communities, but can reach $400 to $800 for luxury amenities. But here's where it gets crazy. According to the most recent comprehensive analysis by real estate agents in Miami, many buildings without amenities now have HOA dues exceeding $1,000 per month. Rafael Corrales, a Redfin Premier agent, reports that with special assessments getting tacked on, a lot of condo owners who are retired and/or on a fixed income are being forced to sell and relocate because they can't keep up with the payments. Now, you might have heard about Florida House Bill 983, the bill that was supposed to revolutionize HOA accountability and give homeowners real power. Here's what actually happened and why HOA boards are still panicking. HB 983 was indefinitely postponed and withdrawn from consideration May 3, 2025. The Florida Senate's official records confirm this bill is dead. But here's what is happening that's still sending shockwaves through the HOA industry. House Bill 1203 became effective July 1st, 2024, and it's already changing the game. HOAs with 100 or more parcels must maintain websites with digital records by January 1st, 2025. There are new financial reporting requirements where HOAs with 1,000 or more parcels must prepare audited financial statements. They've implemented stricter fining processes with 30-day payment windows, and community association managers must complete 10 hours of continuing education annually. Even more significant is Senate Bill 1600, filed February 27, 2025, which establishes a Condominium and Homeowners Association Economic Crime, Fraud, and Corruption Investigation Pilot Program. This directly addresses the exact issues that have plagued communities like the Hammocks HOA in Miami-Dade, where board members were arrested for allegedly stealing over $6 million from residents. Here's why this matters for your investment strategy. Florida's housing market is currently in a buyer's market, with some critical trends you need to know about. $409,600, which is down 3.2% year over year. Housing inventory is up 16.4% year over year, with 236,650 homes for sale. Homes are staying on the market for 65 days, up from previous years, and home sales are down 8.7% year over year. The HOA factor is absolutely crushing condo values. In markets like Miami and Fort Lauderdale, homes spend an average of 90 to 97 days on the market and sell for about 6% below list price. Jacksonville saw condo prices drop 7% year over year, according to recent Redfin analysis. The combination of rising HOA fees and new regulatory requirements is creating a two-tier market. Properties in well-managed communities with transparent financials are holding value, while properties in communities with poor governance are seeing significant price drops. Here's the elephant in the room that's driving much of this chaos: insurance costs. According to a Redfin commissioned survey, nearly 3/4 of Florida homeowners reported higher insurance costs or coverage changes in the past year. One Longwood community saw annual insurance premiums jump from $91,000 to $233,000 in a single year. Post-Surfside safety regulations require structural inspections and reserve funds, and many insurance companies have either drastically increased premiums or pulled out of Florida entirely. Let me give you some specific examples of what's really happening out there. Baldwin Park Townhomes in Orlando experienced a staggering 300% increase in HOA fees, now reaching $1,222 per month. Lakewood Park condos in Altamont Springs faced a 93.5% increase from $404.12 to $787.12 per month. These aren't isolated incidents. They represent a systemic shift affecting communities statewide. The insurance crisis has created a domino effect. When premiums skyrocket, HOAs face three choices: dramatically increase monthly fees, impose special assessments, or reduce coverage and risk catastrophic liability. Most communities are choosing the first two options, creating affordability crises for existing residents. But there is some good news on the horizon. Governor DeSantis announced that Citizens Property Insurance would institute premium decreases for 3/4 of Miami-Dade residents, with a statewide average decrease of 5.6% for homeowners insurance. Major companies are also reducing auto insurance rates, with Geico dropping 10.5%, State Farm decreasing 6%, and Progressive cutting rates by 8.1%. Now let's talk about the opportunities this creates. For home buyers, 2025 continues to be an excellent time to buy in Florida, with inventory up 16.4% and prices down 3.2% year over year. You have significantly more negotiating power. Properties are sitting longer on the market, giving you time to thoroughly research HOA finances before purchasing. But you need to do your homework. Beyond basic questions about current fees and projected increases, smart buyers should demand to see meeting minutes from the past 12 months. Look for discussions about deferred maintenance or upcoming projects. Check insurance renewal documents to see if premiums increased more than 25% year over year. Examine reserve study reports to ensure the community isn't just kicking expensive repairs down the road. Review management company contracts, because high management fees can indicate operational inefficiency. And always ask for delinquency reports, since high delinquency rates signal financial distress among residents. For investors, the regulatory changes are creating incredible opportunities in distressed HOA communities. Well-capitalized investors can find undervalued properties in communities where owners are forced to sell due to rising fees. You can target communities with recent special assessments where owners are panic selling. These often trade at 15 to 20% below market value. Focus on communities that have already completed their reserve funding requirements. They're safer long-term investments. Look for properties where the pain has already been absorbed. Here are some red flags every buyer must know about. Avoid HOAs with less than 6 months of operating reserves. Stay away from communities deferring major maintenance projects or boards that haven't conducted reserve studies in the past 3 years. Don't touch properties with pending litigation against the association. And avoid communities where more than 15% of units are delinquent on fees. There's also what we call the hidden gem strategy. Some of the best opportunities are in communities that have already undergone their financial restructuring. Properties that experienced major special assessments 1 to 2 years ago often represent excellent value now, as the fees have stabilized and fearful sellers have already exited the market. Let me break down the regional opportunities. In the Tampa Bay area, despite having some of the highest HOA fee increases, Tampa offers the best combination of low entry prices and strong rental demand. The median condo price of $237,750 provides excellent cash flow potential for investors. Orlando, with its tourism-driven economy, shows stable demand for properties in well-managed communities. However, avoid properties with excessive theme park exposure and HOA fees, as these often include expensive amenities that don't add proportional value. Jacksonville is the sleeper market of Florida. Lower HOA fees, stable insurance costs, and growing employment make this the most predictable market for long-term investors. South Florida, including Miami-Dade and Broward counties, is high-risk, high-reward territory. While HOA fees can exceed $1,000 monthly, well-located properties in property-managed communities command premium rents and strong appreciation. Southwest Florida markets like Fort Myers and Naples are seeing inventory increases as baby boomers reassess their retirement budgets. This creates opportunities for buyers willing to take on higher HOA fees in exchange for premium lifestyle amenities. Please take 2 seconds to help me out and hit the like and subscribe if you find this video interesting so far. Each like and subscribe helps support this channel and keeps us motivated to keep making you great content. Thank you. Now, let's continue. The current market dynamics create a unique buying window. With inventory high and prices declining, buyers have unprecedented negotiating power. But this window won't last forever. As insurance markets stabilize and communities complete their regulatory compliance, the best opportunities will disappear. The optimal time to buy is in communities that have just completed their major infrastructure upgrades and special assessments, but haven't yet seen prices recover. These properties offer the stability of updated systems without the premium pricing that follows market confidence. If you're a current owner already locked into a high-fee community, consider strategic refinancing to use current lower rates to offset HOA increases. You might want to explore rental conversion, since high HOA fees often correlate with desirable amenities that justify premium rents, and monitor competing properties to time your sale when inventory dips. Looking ahead to the next 12 to 18 months, several factors will shape the market. Insurance stabilization as new companies enter the market should moderate premium increases. Legislative enforcement through SB 1600's fraud investigation program will likely expose more community financial mismanagement. And demographic shifts as baby boomers age out of high-maintenance communities will create inventory increases in premium areas. For different types of buyers, the strategy varies. First-time buyers should focus on newer communities with transparent financials and reasonable fee growth history. Avoid the temptation of affordable units in communities with deferred maintenance. Investors should target communities undergoing management transitions or recent special assessments where panic selling creates opportunities. Retirees should prioritize financial stability over amenities. A boring, well-managed community with $300 monthly fees beats a resort-style community with unpredictable assessments. While the dramatic HOA reform bill HB 983 failed, the combination of existing regulations, rising costs, and market pressures is still reshaping Florida's HOA landscape. Smart buyers and investors who understand these dynamics can find significant opportunities in what remains the nation's second-largest HOA market. Florida has the most HOA homes in the nation after California. 9.5 million Floridians live in HOA communities, and the average Florida HOA serves 78 homes with 190 residents. This market dislocation won't last forever. Smart buyers who understand HOA financials and time their purchases during this inventory surge will benefit from both lower purchase prices and the eventual market recovery as regulatory compliance stabilizes community operations. The key, as always, is doing your homework. With inventory up over 16% and new transparency requirements in effect, you have more information and leverage than buyers have had in years. Don't let rising HOA fees scare you away from Florida real estate. Use them as a negotiation tool to find better deals. If you found this video interesting, please subscribe, share, and watch this one as well.